We are ditching fake friends unapologetically. In 2020, we getting rid of the toxic and negative energy in 2020. Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel for anyone who is new. My name is She, and today we're gonna have another round of girl talk on friends you need to ditch in 2020. 2019 was definitely a year that I learned about people, and specifically I learned about what a real friend is. And in the process, I lost a lot of people who I thought were close to me, and it wasn't till I really analyzed what kind of friendship it was and what kind of friend they were when I realized what type of people and type of friends that are not really beneficial to your life. And I feel like when you are friends with these type of people, you inevitably come into a situation where you fall out because it was just not a healthy relationship in the beginning. So with that said, let me get into this. One type of friend you need to ditch in 2020, girl, is the selfish, emotionally draining friend. This is the friend that every situation, everything, they bring their own sad news into it. Like, you can say, yeah, I just got into a fight with my boyfriend. Oh, really? And they turn it on them, and how everything is on them. They turn everything about them. It is just so draining to be with someone where everything's about them. A bad situation will happen to you, but they will turn it to make it was about them. Those type of friends, you just need to let them go because they are draining, and they're just, you don't need this negative energy in your life in 2020. Just ditch them. Another friend you need to ditch in 2020 is the friend that you're always making plans with. Like, girl, why am I only making plans with you? Why is it every time we meet, I initiate the meetup? If you are finding that the only way you're hanging out with this friend is because you are taking the initiative to contact them and make plans with them, honey, you need to ditch them in 2020. You need friends in 2020 who are going to put the same effort that you put in. If you hit up to hang out, they hit you back up some other time to hang out. It's not always you just hitting them up, because they're showing you that they do not value you the way that you value them as a friend. Stop making those type of people priority when you're just an option to them. This should be like self-explanatory, but you shouldn't be keeping people in your circle who make you feel bad about yourself. Like, that is just like bad friend 101. Toxic friend 101. If you have a friend like you're always feel like you're in a competition with them, they're always one-upping you, they're always making like backhanded compliments to you, or they're making little jokes to you, but they're not really joking, they're really making digs at you disguised as jokes, why are you keeping this person in your circle? Like, again, cut the negativity out your life unapologetically. Let that friend go. Like, that is not a friend. I don't know why they're around you. They get satisfaction by putting digs in you. Let them go. Let them on by. The next type of friend you need to ditch in 2020 is the flaky friend. I don't got time for that. You don't have time for unreliable friends, because flaky friends are unreliable. And that can get really messy when you have someone who's unreliable. Nobody wants to have someone they can't rely on, especially when it comes to a friend. And when it comes to planning and stuff like that, that becomes a really bad situation. Like, if you have a flaky friend and you want to do a friend vacation or a girls trip, and money's involved, like hundreds of dollars are involved, and you know how it's split, so this person just drops out of the freaking vacation, we're all screwed. Again, someone who's choosing you as an option. It's just if I make it, if I don't, their feelings move with the weather. Child, I don't got time for all that. The bad influencer friends. Girl, don't go to jail over your bad influence friends. Those are the type of friends that want to pop into fights with any given moment. The type of friends that will convince you at 3 o'clock in the morning to go to the sketchy guy's house you know nothing about because they're talking to them, they don't want to go alone. That's the killer. Those are the friends that will lure you into the killer's room because she wants to go hang out with them and she needs a little bestie. Or if you're seeing them doing hard drugs, or you see them doing ditch them right now, because you don't want to get yourself in trouble over some BS that your friend got you into. Next friend you need to ditch in 2020 is the F-buddy that you have a crush on, or the F-buddy that you secretly are in love with. Girl, don't do this to yourself. Don't do this to yourself. Not in 2020. You know you have feelings for this guy, but you already know, you already set the relationship up that it's just sex. It's very rarely that they want something too. And most of the times, okay, regardless of these romantic comedy movies, girl, you're gonna get yourself hurt. Get yourself burned and get yourself hurt and heartbroken. So to spare the heartbreak, girl, just ditch the F-buddy that you're in love with today, now. Just Save yourself the heartbreak. We don't got time for that. Pull out from that situation, girl, before you end up with something you don't want, figuratively and literally. Oh my God, the moochers. Girl, if you got a friend where you want to go out to eat, or they say, oh, let's go out to eat, but I don't got my money. They ain't paying for gas. You got to pay for the gas to get there. You got to pay to pick them up. You got to pay for the meal. They'll pay you back. But then you have to remind them a day later, hey, where's the money? Can you catch? The moochers. If you don't got a friend that you always got to pay their way, let them go. The friends that are only your friends when they're single, but when they're in a relationship, they're MIA. But now in 2020, they might be in a breakup now, and now they want to be your friend and hit you back up. Stay with your man. Save it. Because you wasn't worried about, hey, friend, back in 2019. Now in 2020, you want to be my friend because now you ain't got no friend, now you got no boyfriend. Nah, those aren't even real friends, child. Let them go. Let them go. Or like the in-between friends, so they only talk to you because they had a falling out with their other best friend. Nah. Save it. Fat shaming friend. Why are we shaming anybody in 2020? Ditch them. We are ditching fake friends unapologetically. In 2020, we getting rid of the toxic and negative energy in 2020. Friends that you have nothing in common with. This is a really sad case, but it's really real. Like, for example, I had a friend that I known since high school, and we were best friends in high school, but we fell out of touch because I just felt like we had nothing in common. We definitely grew into two different people. We literally had nothing, and like we didn't even like the same things. We didn't like the same artists, we didn't like the same music, and like it was just like it came into a situation where it's just very awkward to hang out with them because it's just like this usually happens with old friends, like friends we were in high school with or middle school or whatever, and now you're like, you know, like we just have nothing in common, nothing to talk about. It's sad, but it's real. Like, it's real stuff. Like, you shouldn't keep people in your circle, in your life, that you're really like forcing yourself to be with. Like, you're really forcing to have a conversation with people. You're really forcing to keep a friendship where you know it's not really there. Like, you know, it's sad, but it's just part of life. Like, we grow apart from people. We don't have anything in common. We don't, you know, we're just two different people. Like, it happens, but it's really hard on yourself when you keep hold of things that are supposed to be let go. This is a type of friend that I feel like we all have in our lives, and we sometimes mistaken them as close friends when really they're probably not. And so the last type of friend you should definitely ditch and keep your eye on are friends of convenience. And this is a personal one for me because I really had to go through some of my friends and be like, y'all are friends of convenience. So I am definitely coining this term if it's not one already. But friends of convenience are very tricky because they pose to be your close friends and you come really close with some of these people. And it really hurts when you have a falling out with them. You're like, what went wrong? It's kind of like ghosting in a way. And you're kind of like, well, what went wrong? Like, I don't know what happened with this. Like, I don't know what's going on. Last year, I had some of these friends and I had a falling out with them. I'm just like, it hurts so much because I'm like, well, what went wrong? I don't know what's going on. And I really came to a hard realization that I have some people in my circle who were just friends of convenience for me, and one that I even considered as a best friend. Here is what a friend of convenience is. A friend of convenience is they are your friend because it is convenient for them. Whatever the situation is in their life, it's just easier because you're just there. For example, they have no other friends, so they're close to you, or they become close to you for the moment, keyword, because they have no one else. People who are friends with you because it's convenient for their schedule. For example, people you go to work with, people that you, if you're in college, that you had a semester with, of classes with. Like, if you guys had the same schedule in college or in high school, or the same class in college or high school, and then once that schedule changes and you're no longer fit so nicely into the schedule where they see you naturally, you don't hear from them. Those are just friends of convenience. You never know how someone's life will change and what's going on behind the scenes. So always try to reach out to them and say, hey, what's going on? And try your effort and your put. But if you're not hearing anything on that end, then they're just a friend of convenience and you were just a friend that they had around because it was convenient for them. So guys, that is my list of friends to ditch in 2020. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe. Even sound off below if you have any other type of friends that I didn't have in my list here to ditch in 2020. If you have a girl talk topic that you want me to discuss, leave it down in the comments and I can see what I can do. And if you haven't seen my last girl talk on toxic friends and what do they look like, I will attach it to the end of this video. So until next time guys, see you later.